Hi everybody, we are here today to show you the EDC makeup hair look for petites, juniors, and seniors. So get ready. I have Aurora here today. She just has fresh hair. It has, well, we've kind of flat ironed it. We're going to run through just a couple of times just so everybody can kind of see how we flat iron hair, and then we're going to get started. So I'm excited about this look. This will be a new look for EDC that we haven't done before. But it's simple. Everybody's going to be able to do this pretty easily. So to start, I'm just going to use a little bit of hairspray in her hair just to give her a little product before we start flat ironing. And I've done most of her hair, so please know I'm only going to do a few pieces, but you do need to flat iron your dancer's hair bone straight, the entire head of hair, okay? So I'm just going to give her just a really light spray down. I'm going to brush it through. We're just going to do a little section right here. So, to flat iron your dancer's hair, you really do need to use some sort of product in their hair, just for the safety of their hair with such high heat. And then also, it's going to make the straightening process easier for you and for your dancer. You'll only have to take just a few runs through their hair as opposed to hair without any product in it. You sometimes have to do it several times, and you just don't want to take that kind of time on a busy day like a competition day. So the products in their hair, you're just going to run this flat iron through nice and straight, and then I usually take my brush through one more time. Look at the difference of just one piece, one run through, and then I take it just a second time to make sure I got all of those little pieces. Easy peasy. And look how nice and straight that is when we get done. So it'll be very easy to work with. Makes a big difference in how their hair looks when we have the finished style look. So please make sure you flat iron your dancer's hair. It is required for EDC. And again, I just ran through that twice. And it just gives her a nice sleek look as we go into this next hair look. I'm going to do a couple more pieces in the front because we've already did the back. Oops. And then just nice and straight and smooth. There you go. So easy peasy. And her hair gets just nice and straight. Even if your hair has some curl to it, if you use the correct product before you start flat ironing, it will straighten out. So make sure you do a little bit of research on your hair type and see which product's going to work best for you and for your dancer to get a bone straight look for her hair. Okay, so that's going to do it for Aurora. We've already done the back of her hair. You can see how nice and slick this made it for her. So, nice job. All right, so we're going to go ahead and take our rat tail comb, and we are going to just part her hair, go for it for me, from the front to the crown of her head. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to measure on her nose, just where the center of her head is, and I'm going to take the end of my comb and I'm just going to part it all the way back and split that out. You may have gotten it on the first try. Ooh, we're a little crooked. Hold on, let's fix it. It's pretty straight. Pretty straight. You can even do better. Did I get you? All right, I think we got it. Alrighty, so we have her with a nice straight part right in the center. Make sure her hair is nice and brushed out before we start this. So we're going to do a low side ponytail this year with nice straight hair with a center part. The ponytail is going to come to the base behind her ear on the right side. So it's on her, the dancer's right side, your right side as you're doing her hair. So a couple of things you want to think of when you're doing this. I go ahead and pull it back to a little ponytail at the base of her head in the center. And I do this just so I can brush the hair into a ponytail to start working with it. Once I get it brushed back the way I like, I just work it with my hands. So that's it pulled back to the very center. Then I start kind of working it over to the side behind that ear. I'm going to use my rat tail comb to help this process. You don't want to comb their hair straight back. It'll make them look like they have little egg heads. You want to brush it down towards the ear and then smooth it over the ear and down. So again, I'm pulling down towards the ear and then smoothing it back around the ear. And then I'm just following that all the way around the head. Using my rat tail comb to make sure I've got it really smooth. We want this to be really nice and tight against their head. So no loose hairs. We're going to use some gel to really get this nice and smooth. All right, so I've got my initial ponytail. And I'm saying that because I usually have to do this twice once I put the gel on because it even pulls the hair back slicker and I need to adjust and tighten that original ponytail. So you need to use an elastic. I thought I had a second one. No, here we go. The color of your dancer's hair. So I'm using a dark color on Aurora today. And I put this elastic around 3 times on her. If you want to kind of turn and show them where that, oh sorry, poke your eye. That ponytail is right behind her ear on that side, yeah? So she turns this way, we just see a nice side of her head. This will be where we can place any of our hair pieces. And she's got that center part and this pulled over to the front. So I'm going to brush her pony out just real quick. And then I'm going to use my gel. So she has just the regular old Aussie gel. This is the instant freeze gel. Use one that you guys like best, but it just needs to be a very strong hold. We don't want any flyaways or her hair budging while they're dancing. So I'm gonna just use a little gel. The gel's nice too because it will apply some shine to their hair. I'm going to just push the hair in the direction I'm wanting it to go. Making sure I pick up any little flyaway she might have and pushing it into her hairline. And then I repeat the same thing on the other side. Making sure I'm picking up any little flyaways, especially around the ears or on the top. Making sure I'm picking all the hairs up off the nape of her neck. Those all have to come into that ponytail as well. Now, once I get to this process and I I have her entire head gelled down, front, sides, and back. I've applied gel on all sides. I can already see the hair is getting slicker, and I could pull more hair into that ponytail. So what I'm going to do this, I'm taking my rat tail comb, and I'm going to just brush or comb the hair again in the direction I'm wanting it to go. This is going to pull it back even tighter. And I'm also going, if she has any little gaps, if a dancer has thinner hair, I'm going to be able to cover any little gaps that might have appeared. Pulling this back. I'm excited about this look. I think it's going to be so pretty and flattering on stage and just simple and elegant looking. This will be the hairstyle. So we're not going to do a bunch of switching of hairstyles. This is it. Yay! Which will make life so much easier for everybody. This will be pretty for lyrical, contemporary. It'll be sassy for jazz. It'll work for hip hop. It'll work for everything. Okay, so I really have her hair nice and smooth. I'm even proud of myself. Good days. It is like really nice and smooth. Okay, but when I use that gel, go ahead and go forward. See how nice and slick this is? I pulled it back even slicker. Now I want you to turn around and show them. Can you stand up and kind of show? When I gelled, look at how much more hair I could pull. Do you see that? I could pull this so much tighter now. So I'm going to have her sit back down. I pull this little ponytail back out. And now that her hair is gelled, it's going to basically stay there. I'm not going to have to worry about it a whole lot. I'm going to take my comb and I'm going to pull that extra hair down into that ponytail. And this will give us the slickest look we can get. We don't want to just gel over the bumps, if that makes sense. Once we comb those bumps down to the base of the ponytail, we have to brush them or comb them into the ponytail, and I really, really highly recommend you use a rat tail comb to do that. So now we've got it slick, slick, slick. I'm going to take my elastic one last time, right at the base behind her ear. I'm going to wrap it once. Okay. I'm going to wrap it. Whoop! Wrap it twice. Yeah, got it all through. Okay, so depending on your dancer's hair will depend on how many times you'll need to wrap that. And then I'm just going to make sure we smooth any last little bit that there might be. There we go. Now at the very end, now that we've got her all nice and slick, I'm going to spray this ponytail one more time with some hairspray. I'm going to run the flat iron through it one last time to make sure it is as slick can be. Brush that through one last time. Oh yeah. And Aurora has a gorgeous low center part, slick, over the shoulder ponytail. Look at this. Yeah, you want to stand up so they can see? Looks nice. Turn all the way around. See how we got all those little bumps out? And look, even if this comes in the back, how pretty it'll be. And see how we brushed, turn to the side with this there, how we brushed from the center part down to the ear and then coming back. So we didn't brush straight back, we did brush down and around. And we got all of her little flyaways, everything is done. Now you guys know the drill, or most of you guys know the drill. Once you get to this stage, you need to either gel it one more time If you feel like you need to, if it's not fully gelled, you feel like you need to take one more run, which is totally fine. Since we are just showing today, I'm not going to do that. But you do need to use your handy dandy hairspray and spray this sucker like crazy. So cover your eyes. We're going to spray the edges. You're going to spray the back of the nape of the neck. Make sure you get the front and that part. Brush that in, comb that in, and this is not going anywhere, which is exactly what we want. All right, there's your final look for hair. Good job. Yay. All right, guys, we're going to start a makeup video next.